All right, y'all. Let me get y'all all the way together with life after lockup. Because tomorrow comes on again. I'm late. It's been a busy week for me. Forgive me. What does it say? What's the saying? Forgive my mind, and no, it's my mind, not my heart. There we go. So I'm gonna get right into it for y'all because I don't waste 17 seconds of your time. We're gonna talk about, I got my notes because I always forget. Sarah and Michael. They wear me thin. They wear me out. Sarah's accent that she just flips on and off boggles my mind. So she's at the therapist's office and she's like, I'm tired of being a mom. I'm just tired. I'm tired of doing it all by myself. I'm just tired. And he gets to do this and do that. And it's just ridiculous. And I'm like, I'm confused. Is it me? Or did you choose to have a second child with him who you knew wasn't shit on your first child? Girl, please. Then you talking about now you got this new man that you called to vent because she just storms out of the therapy session and she goes to the car and she's and she's on to the steering wheel and she calls her 3-month man and the producers come out and check on her and she's like, okay, come out, like you have to come back in basically. Bitch, get out the car, we gotta film because we ain't gonna film this. So she's raising 2 kids by herself and she chose that piece of it. You chose to have sex with him after he got out of jail, after he treated you like stir-fry shit. And you knew about Megan, but you still slept with him unprotected. Yes, he had a part in it too, but you could have controlled your environment because now your environment is 2 small children and he is wherever he want to be, whichever way the day goes. And I feel like stop making him an obligation in your life. Stop making him a requirement. He's a nice to have. If he's around, it's nice to have. Will it affect the children? Of course it will. But you keep living your life as if, God forbid, for saying this, that he's dead. Because he is a deadbeat dad. He comes around when he feel like it. And it is what it is. So then he goes to the day to party. And Sarah's friend is in the party place with her. And she's like, girl, is he coming? You think he's coming? She goes, I don't know. I haven't heard from him. I've been trying to call him like for the past few days now because I want to tell him about, what's the boy named Calvin? Her boyfriend. I don't know his name. And she's like, I don't think he's going to come because I didn't give him an address. So then the camera pans over to Michael and Michael is in the car driving and talking about trying to find out where the party is. What? So you come all the way from where you at to be just driving around the whole town of Rochester, New York? Maybe Rochester ain't that big, but you can go to check every party venue? Come on. You got to know something. You can't just drive and hope that you're going to find out. So he's been dodging her calls and they asking him, like, hey, you talk to Sarah? He's like, no, she's been calling, but I ain't answering the call because all she want to do is start drama. Maybe it's about your kids. Maybe it's about something different. Maybe you just answer the phone one time. And if she with the rah-rah, hang up the phone. However, he could have texted Sarah and said, I don't want to talk to you because I don't want to get into it. Just text me the address and the date and the time. How about that? Because anybody said that? Because that didn't come to mind to nobody to just text the information? Or text to request the information? I'm going to be quiet because that's too much like common sense. Then Mike comes and he's like, oh, things happened that was beyond my control and I couldn't, take your calls. And she's like, well, I haven't heard from you. He goes, well, where is it? And then they find out it's 4 minutes away from wherever he was driving. And Sarah was like, I'm going to try to catch him outside. And she got her boyfriend in there. I kind of feel like if the boyfriend had to drive 4 hours, which means he probably lived in the boroughs. If you're from New York, you know what that means. The boroughs is where you can take a train. Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, because that's how far it is to Rochester. I feel like he shouldn't have came. That's not your child. That's your 3rd month knowing this girl. And Sarah has introduced him incorrectly. I wouldn't, let me see what you don't do. I wouldn't be bringing my kid around a guy I've known for 3 months. Because if it don't work out and you get another one, there's another one. You keep putting that different men in your kids' lives. And that's how the cycle repeats. So then she sees Michael and she goes, you have answered my calls. Like, what you been doing? And then he's like, yeah, I'm here for my kids. Like, I'm not here for the back and forth. And she's like, well, Mike, I want to tell you something. My boyfriend is here and I don't want you to start no drama. Like, Sarah really thinks that Michael wants her. I mean, he done told you twice. He had Maria, the crazy one that he just had, and then he had Megan. He done embarrassed you and played you twice, and you still think he got something. But I mean, okay. And then Michael's like, I ain't here for all that. I'm here for my kids. I want to go into the party, have a good time, and that's all I'm here for. And he starts walking a little fast. I'm like, oh, please don't start no mess at this girl's party. I feel like he won't, but it's Michael, so who knows. Lacey and Shane, we're going to do a quick overview of them because Lacey, first of all, how she talks, and me and Shane are going to go to the doctor and get the embryo transferred. And anyway, so y'all got money for IVF, but you don't have money for your own place. Do insurance pay for IVF? Could somebody drop down in the comments, let me know. Is that how that works? Because that's expensive, I thought. But okay. Then it goes back and and she's magically pregnant. Wonderful. But I'm just like, so John just went in. You went to the doctor for the consult. Shane, the man name is Shane. Shane couldn't go with you because COVID had started. So how many of y'all really think she might have gotten pregnant before John went to jail and then said she was doing the IVF and never went back, but was pregnant? Like, something ain't right with that, but I'm going to leave that alone because I don't want to, Then Brittany and Marcelino. Brittany and her sister are going to find her mom because the last episode, her mom had dipped on them and called Brittany's sister and was like, yo, watch the kids. I'm about to go, go home. Go home meant steal your debit card, get some pills, get some heroin, methamphetamine, whatever it is she was using. And Brittany was pissed off. So Brittany goes looking for her. And she's like, I'm just tired of this lifestyle. Like, I'm trying to get my life together. I'm trying to stay sober for my kids. And I'm trying to have a better life than I had. And I applaud her for having that wherewithal to say, I'm not going to be my circumstance. I'm not going to be what I was or be what my parents were who left me and abandoned me and basically threw me to the wolves and how I ended up in jail. I'm going to do better and be better. And she's trying. So she goes to the apartment and she's going off on her mother. She goes, are you doing drugs? Are you doing pills? And her mom is with a cigarette. No. But she got like a burn on her nose. Like she on something else. It ain't pills. But I feel bad for her. I wish her all the best. I hope she continues doing what she's doing with Marcelino. And I hope it works out because they have 3 kids. Gio is a little one that was the boy, her first kid's father. And now she has 2 with Marcelino. Angela, Tony, and now we got Ross and Tommy. So her best friend is over at the trailer, and her best friend is Tommy. And he's telling, oh, look, Angie, I made you a little box, and it lights up. And she goes, oh, this is so nice. And whenever they're at this trailer, it's just like, y'all are really living that country life. And I mean, she got a master's degree, she got a job. She probably ain't paying much for that trailer. So she doing it, and it's fine. Like, whatever works for you and your finances, that works for everybody else in the free world. And then she's telling Tommy, I'm lonely. I need someone. And I'm like, did he just propose to you when he was trying to be with you like that? And you say he's a good guy, but you don't like him because you like bad boys? You too old to like bad boys. That's number 1. You are way too old to like bad boys, number 2. And you are really super old to like bad boys, number 3. Like, come on, who does that? And I know Tommy's feeling like stir fry shit because he's like, I done proposed to you. I done been there for you through the Rosses, through the Tonys, through the everybody else. And you still just pat me on the head like you a nice little boy. And he's like, well, I'm going to have a video date with Ross tonight. I'm like, is he still in jail? He ain't in jail no more, y'all. Because he did a video chat with her and he was in a car. I don't know where he lived, but okay. She says, I love him. I love him, Tony. He was there for me when Tony was doing his mess. And he's like, you're going to get catfished again. You're going to go through the same mess you just went through. But, I wish you the best, basically. And he goes, maybe I should go to jail so you can find me attractive and find me as a bad boy so you can try to be with me and I can treat you right. I'm like, that was sweet. That was a G move. But he seems like a legitimate guy. And I hope that she sees that he, is for her. And he could do a lot better and be a lot better for her, with her, and to her versus who she been trying to date, because Tony ain't worth a damn. And she just doesn't see it. And I'm just like, how? But whatever. To each their own, and I'm not gonna go into any more detail about them. Andrea and Lamar. Let me. Andrea is so dramatic, and I feel like Andrea is trying to get a spinoff show, because I can't believe you are from Utah, a Mormon, and you act so wild like a freaking rabid dog any chance you get. So they are outside and they're eating pizza and wings, and it's her 2 kids and Lamar. And I'm like, and they said, we're waiting for Priscilla. We gotta pray. Be waiting for your sister. And I'm like, where's she at? She come out with a coat and a church dress. Where'd she come from? But okay. And she said, we gotta pray before we eat, because we can get coronavirus if we don't pray over our food. Anyway, so then she's still pushing the issue with Lamar, and she's like, I want Priscilla to get baptized. I want her to get baptized in the faith that her brother can do it in the pool, because he's ordained. And I'm like, and Lamar's like, no, he's still with, like, no, I want her to make her own decision and not be forced into this religion. And then they just stop talking, because Priscilla comes and Andrea's cussing. And the little girl's like, Mommy, can you please stop saying the F word? So then she goes, how was it when y'all went out today? So that was Tennyson and Lamar. And he's like, oh, it was cool. Went to Uncle Dulo's house. And you know how we do it at Dulo's house. And they start laughing. And she goes, what? What's so funny? And Tennyson, he said, he was playing. But don't do that. He said, I tried weed for the first time. And she was like, boy, don't play with me. Don't freaking play with me. Like, don't. As a mother of a son, and you supposed to be so straight and narrow, and I really believe that you're not doing nothing, it's like, don't. But like, if she knew he was dipping and dipping, she might not have said nothing. But so she got mad, whatever, and then he tells her what happened, and he was like, he offered it to me, and I said no. I was like, no, I'm good. And then Lamar was like, no, baby, are you crazy, Lamar? You let him disrespect me and you like that? He told my son is pure. My son ain't this. My son ain't that. Never say what your kids won't do. I know. Never say what your kids won't do. You hope your kids do the right thing in every aspect of their life, but they have to have life experiences, life trials, life tribulations to get through it and move on. So when they become an adult, they can wise up as they go along. But she's keeping her kids in this bubble, and that's fine, because maybe that's how Utah is. So he's like, he's like, Mom, Lamar cut him off. He was like, no, don't give him that. Don't do that around him. I don't give a damn. He don't do that. And she got up and threw the carrots at Lamar and made him sleep on the couch. And she was like, this is why I want him to stay in Utah, because Utah don't have this. Only California does that. Only people in California smoke. I'm asking for a friend, because I don't know no better. And I'm just like, and she's like, I want her to get baptized and her covered in the Holy Spirit so she can make sound choices, and the blessings will cover her. And I'm like, girl, pastors smoke weed. Like, I get what you want to think, and I get the whole Mormon thing, and maybe the Mormon thing is different than what I know, but any religion, you can slip, backslide, be on that slope one night, and it be slippery, and you do what you do. So she has to stop putting this about the Bible and the good Lord, because it's not 100% true. So, I hope for the best with them, but it's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But, excuse me. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. I will talk to y'all next week about Life After Lockup tomorrow, because we're going to see what happened at the party with Sarah and Michael, and we're going to see, I hope Lacey and Shane will do nothing. We're going to see how Tony finds out about Angela and Ross. We're going to see how this goes down. But talk to you later. Bye.